Eala wins SEA Games tennis gold, ends long drought for peach. Manila, Philippines. Eala capped a banner year wearing a Philippine jersey, winning the country's first Southeast Asian Games women's tennis singles gold in 26 years. Eala stamped her class and lasted home bet Maninkaya Sawanki, 6-1, 6-2, to rule the 33rd SEA Games and deliver the historic gold in front of Filipino fans cheering on Thursday at National Tennis Development Center in Nonthaburi, Thailand. Live, Eala vs Maninkaya Sawanki, SEA Games 2025 tennis final. After dominating the opening set, Eala had to overcome a challenging second frame, where she complained about the calls of the linesman and found herself tied at 2-2 against Sawanki. But the Team Philippines flag bearer displayed grace under pressure, winning 4 straight games. Tied at 30 in the 8th game, Eala scored off a strong backhand to take the lead, followed by a fault from Sawanki to complete her historic campaign. After clinching the win, Eala hugged her parents, ran around the court with the Philippine flag, and celebrated with the Philippine national tennis team. The 20-year-old player dominated right from the get-go with a 3-0 start before Sawanki stopped the bleeding. Eala got the better of the tie in the last 3 games to draw the first blood. Eala became the 3rd Filipino to win a gold medal in women's tennis singles, joining an elite group of Pia Tamayo, who won in 1981 Manila Games, and Maricris Fernandez in the 1999 Brunei edition. Before Eala, the last tennis singles gold for Team Philippines was delivered by Cecil Mamiat in the men's division when he won the last of his three-peat in 2009. It was a great end to the year for the Filipino tennis ace. Start with her dream semifinal run in the Miami Open, where she took down 3 Grand Slam champions to earn main draw berths in the French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open, where she earned her first win. The Rafa Nadal Academy graduate also won her first Women's Tennis Association crown in the Guadalajara 125 Open in September and made a new career-high world ranking of number 50 last month. Eala finished with a gold and a pair of bronze from the mixed doubles and team event in this year's SEA Games. She and Nino Alcantara fell to home bets Patron Cheapchandage and Poet Sornlaksip in the mixed doubles semifinal, 7-5, 5-7, 7-10. She also received a medal from the team event, where she was listed but did not see action, with Shara Rivera, Alexa Milliam, Teniel Maidis, and Steffi Aludo. It was Eala's second SEA Games stint. She won 3 bronze medals in her debut at the 2021 Vietnam SEA Games. For years, Philippine tennis lived in the quiet margins of the nation's sporting consciousness. It survived in early morning practices on sun-scorched courts, in whispered hopes from coaches who refused to quit, and in the faithful rhythm of rackets striking balls long after the applause had faded elsewhere. The drought was not just about medals, it was about belief. And then Eala stepped onto the court, carrying a nation's waiting heartbeat in her swing. When Eala won the SEA Games tennis gold, it was more than a victory etched onto a scoreboard. It was a moment of release, like rain finally breaking a long, unforgiving summer. For the Philippines, the gold medal ended years of longing for supremacy in a sport dominated regionally by neighbors with deeper systems and longer traditions. For Alex, it was the culmination of discipline forged far from home, in foreign courts where she learned to carry the Philippine flag not as a burden, but as a quiet promise. She did not arrive at the SEA Games as a mystery. By then, Eala was already a name whispered with pride: Junior Grand Slam champion, Rafa Nadal Academy scholar, proof that a Filipina could stand tall in a sport often reserved for the privileged few. Yet the SEA Games court was different. This was home soil, or close to it. This was Southeast Asia. This was history waiting to be rewritten. The match unfolded not as a miracle, but as a testament to patience. Every rally seemed to echo years of preparation: the long drills in Spain, the lonely nights far from family, the early mornings when doubt lingered longer than sleep. Her strokes were clean, purposeful. Her movement was calm, almost defiant. While opponents chased momentum, Alex commanded it. What struck observers most was her composure. Gold medal matches often reveal cracks, nerves trembling under pressure, hands tightening at crucial points. But Alex played as if she had rehearsed this moment 1,000 times in her mind. She did not rush points. She trusted her game. In doing so, she reminded everyone watching that greatness is often quiet until the final roar. When match point arrived, it felt suspended in time. One more rally. One more breath. One more swing that would carry decades of waiting behind it. When the ball landed out, sealing her victory, the silence broke, not just in the stadium, but across a nation that suddenly remembered what was possible. The gold medal around Eala's neck shimmered with more than metal. It carried stories of past Filipino tennis players who fought bravely but never quite reached the summit. It honored coaches who stayed when resources were thin. It validated parents who chose early morning drives to tennis courts over easier paths. Most of all, it spoke to young athletes who had been told, directly or indirectly, that tennis dreams were unrealistic. Ending the drought did not erase the years before it. It gave them meaning. In interviews after the match, Alex spoke with humility. She thanked her team, her family, her country. She spoke not of pressure, but of pride. That word, pride, rang louder than celebration. Because pride, in this context, was not arrogance. It was ownership. The Philippines belonged on that podium, and she proved it. The significance of her SEA Games gold goes beyond one tournament. It changes the narrative. Suddenly, tennis courts across the country feel a little more alive. Young players can point to Eala and say, "She did it." Sports programs can justify investment. Fans can dream without apology. A single medal does not fix a system, but it can ignite one. There is poetry in how tennis works. One player stands alone on the court, yet carries the weight of many. Eala understood that balance. She did not play for herself alone, nor did she let the nation's hopes crush her. She played with freedom earned through preparation. That is why her victory felt inevitable the moment it happened. As the Philippine flag was raised and the anthem played, the gold medal reflected more than light. It reflected possibility. It marked the end of a drought, yes, but also the beginning of a new season. One where Filipino tennis is no longer waiting quietly on the sidelines. Eala walked off the court that day not just as a SEA Games champion, but as a symbol. A reminder that even the longest droughts end when talent meets opportunity, and when belief finally finds its moment. And somewhere, on a cracked public court or a polished private one, a young Filipina grips a racket a little tighter, dreaming in gold.